Hi, this is my presentation on visualization. It's by me, Michelle Thomas. So we're going to be talking about two different types. There's cluttered visualization and uncluttered visualization. And I'm going to show you how we can unclutter our slides and really make them cohesive. So there's three different components. There's text, design, and media that are usually included in your video or visualization presentation. So let's get started. So the first one is what not to do when you are showing text. You don't want to put all your text on a page so it appears that an individual is reading a book. You want to make sure you're not saying everything on there. Instead, just give specific bullet points that will really be what you're going to talk about, and then just add in the other things when you're giving your presentation. Otherwise, everyone's just going to be so focused on trying to read everything you've written on that presentation, they're not going to be paying attention to any of the additional information that you're adding in for them. And you also want to make sure your font is a reasonable size. As you can see here, my font is so small, the people in the back or anyone that might have a visual impairment is really going to struggle to read this. So a better way to do it would be my next slide, which has that larger font. It has minimal words on my slide. It really bullet points all my ideas. You don't see a ton of things bolded and underlined, and it really just is cohesive and goes together. This looks a lot nicer than this. The next one we're going to talk about is design. So when you're putting information on a page, you really want the information to go together. As you can see here on this slide, I'm giving you information on how to make a Powtoon and how to upload something to Google. That really is a lot of information and kind of overloads your reader when you put all of that on one slide, and they really don't have anything to do with each other. The better thing would be to talk about how to make a Powtoon, and then on the next slide you could talk about how to upload something to Google. So let's look at a better way to do it. A better way to do it would be to title it How to Use Powtoon and give like maybe 3 or 4 steps, and then you could also add in the other details. So it's not overloading your reader, but it's still giving them the information they need. So you can see here I said step 1, you're going to create an account. Step 2, you're going to decide on a background and layout. And step 3, you're going to start adding your text and images. This looks a lot nicer than this. And then the last one is media. So there are 3 different types of media. There's images, there's animation, and there's videos. And as you can see on here, I really just picked 3 images I liked. They don't have anything to do with each other, and they really don't enhance my slide. When you're creating these works, you really want your images to enhance your slide and help the reader remember what it was you were trying to present to them on that slide. This doesn't really do a whole lot. Let's look at another way you could do it. Another way, I've just put one simple picture, and if I was doing this for a school presentation, I put some school kids, one raising their hand, maybe to show they're asking a question. And you also want to make sure if you would include animations that those really enhance and go with what it is you're presenting. Same with your videos. As you can see, I included a click here, and maybe that's to remind me as a presenter I want to click here to show that video, but it's not overwhelming to the reader as a whole. And I even made sure that my color scheme on the click here, it stands out, but it still goes with the layout. But anyway, that's all I really have on uncluttered and uncluttered visualization. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your evening.